Boxing Mind TV, we on with another one, man. Another great matchup on, man. Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter Jr. Uh, Boston keeps bringing us with these matches, man. The good thing about this matchup is that it's not too far away, July 28th. So, but in this video, I wanted to talk about what each side needs to do to have the best chance to win. Now, Robert Easter, he's taller than Mikey Garcia. I think he's like 5'11", 6 foot. I think Mike Garcia is probably like 5'9", 5'8". I'm gonna go first with Robert Easter. What he needs to do? He needs to keep Mike Garcia at the end of his jab. Start using his jab more. Using his length, his height. That's one thing he always kind of like let's go in these fights. Just like I think one of his fights I saw, I believe it was his last fight with Fortuna. I think Javier Fortuna, and which I felt like Fortuna probably won, edged that fight, but Javier Fortuna made him fight a short fight. That's the problem with Robert Easter. He fights like a short guy. He almost reminds me like of what's his name, Paul Williams. Yeah, Paul Williams. He's like a lower division Paul Williams, man. Like the guys is tall. Use your height. Don't fight these guys. Don't go to their level. You know what I'm saying? Fight your fight. Use your strengths against them, man. Use your height, your length. Keep it at a jab. Cause let them come into something and you counter them from that. But don't make it easy on them. Make it hard on them to get you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Robert Easter fails at. But if he could do that, he'll be all right. I don't know. It's like something. It's like something is like with AB fighters or people that associate with AB, like Robert Easter Jr. And then I think I seen Rasheen Warren. They all do the same stuff, like same movement with they like movements in the ring, as far as same little combinations and stuff. I don't know if it's just because of the trainer, just specifically because of the trainer, or just something they just all do alike. Like they always throw like a wide left counter hook to the opponents for some reason. They all, and it's so wide. It's like a wide left hook, and I know Adrian Broner does it a lot. He waits on that, to counter them with it. But I feel like, it's so wide, and then it's so wide. I feel like they need to stop doing that because it don't work all the time. You need to throw more punches. The only thing different between Robert Easter Jr. and AB is that Robert Easter Jr. He's going to throw a lot of volume punches. He's going to throw punches. AB doesn't do that. He just pot shotting. That's the only difference. But other than that, they do have a lot of same tendencies. But I see that Robert Easter Jr. is also going to Kevin Cunningham, like Adrian Broner did, and Gervonta Davis did. It worked out real well for Gervonta Davis, but AB, he worked out well as far as him getting in shape, but he still likes to pot shot and not let his hands go. But Robert Easter doesn't have that problem. It's just some of his movements, tendencies that he has, to start fighting the guys instead of using his length. Like, you don't have to fight him. Don't make him force you to fight. That's what he needs to do to Mikey Garcia. Make him force you to fight, because he's the shorter guy. He has to come inside and risk getting hit or getting countered, or walking into something. So use your length, use your height, use your legs. If you use your legs, move around a little bit if you have to. You have power, you have respectable power at the division, so just use that. Mikey Garcia, what he has to do is basically what I was saying. He has to come in, land his shots, and get out of range. Because Robert Easter Jr., he's a strong fighter. He could connect and hurt Mikey Garcia. Limping Nets in his last fight, hit Garcia with a couple shots. Busted his nose a little bit. So it's possible. It's possible. Mike Garcia could lose this fight, but I mean, I think it's highly unlikely because he's very technical. He's very technical. I think he'll have a pretty good defense on there. On Robert Easter Jr. and probably landing more cleaner shots. I think Robert only a chance Robert Easter has is to volume punching and trying to disrupt Mike Garcia's rhythm a little bit. Because Mike Garcia, he's gonna be selective with his shots like he always is, but when he throws them, he's very sharp with them. And places his punches really well. So, but with that said, it's going to be still going to be a tough fight. But I can see how people can lean towards Garcia. Especially with what I said before, like Robert Easter, he likes to fight a short man's fight. It's like a habit for him. He can come out maybe trying to fight with his distance and using his length, but he has a habit of going, trying to fight him instead of boxing him, and using his height. So that could be his downfall. But with Kevin Cunningham, maybe Kevin Cunningham might switch it. I don't know if that one training camp would do it right away, but who knows? We'll see what happens. The fight's not too far away from now, so hopefully he's been training with him already. Mike Garcia is always sharp. He's a sharp technical fighter. He's a top fighter, so he's gonna come do what he needs to do. But it's not gonna be easy. Hopefully, if Robert Garcia comes out, not Robert Garcia, but Robert Easter comes out with the mindset of using his length, it could be a hard fight for Mike Garcia and maybe a tough fight to call. Because he's going to throw punches, but as long as he gets back to his distance and use his length, he'll be all right. But Mike Garcia is good with timing, and he's like I said, he's very selective, and he'll throw some combos too. So it's gonna be a tough one, but I can see how people are leaning towards Garcia, But we'll see what happens. But I'm very excited about this fight, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But until then, I get back with y'all with another one, man. It's Boxing Mind TV, and we out.